This isn't just another courtroom outburst, this is a full-blown pattern of self-destruction unfolding in real time. The young man before Judge Boyd has picked up not one, not two but for separate charges, including 2 terroristic threats. And just when you think he might finally take accountability, he drops a line that says it all. I have self-control. But do his actions reflect that? Today, his father flew in from overseas, yes, from another continent to try and pull his son back from the edge. But the big question looming over this courtroom is support enough when someone keeps burning every bridge they're offered? Will Judge Boyd see a spark of redemption? Or shut the door for good? Stick around, because this case has explosions, pleas, contradictions, and a judge who does not hold back.
Like we have to talk every time we have some business with him.
What happened?
He got, they recommended thinking for a change, anger management. State has offered a 1-year deferred with the appropriate conditions that go with that. They would also help him find shelter during this time. His father is here present. His father came from overseas just to help address what was going on. They visited yesterday.
Nice. Where's Dad?
Dad is right here at the front right
Come up, Dad. Come on. He's on bond for reckless driving. We ordered him, hey, no more reckless driving, please. Just think about the community. Don't endanger the community. Picks up an evading in a motor vehicle. 3rd-degree felony, looking at 2 to 10 in the penitentiary. He gets out. Then he picks up, in October, a terroristic threat. Gets out again. And then now picks up another terroristic threat the same month. So it's what we ask you to do. It goes in one ear and it goes out the other ear. And the problem is now you're stuck because the bonds are high. Your dad is here, which is great because it shows support. But the problem is, if I let you out.
Did you catch that? You said that the first 4 times, Judge Boyd is done playing games. The defendant keeps promising change, but his rap sheet says otherwise. And here's the kicker: 2 separate terroristic threats in the same month. That's not a mistake, that's a dangerous escalation. This isn't about a single outburst. It's about a consistent failure to learn, evolve, or respect the law. Legal insight: repeated offenses after prior release can drastically increase sentencing, especially when the new charges mirror past ones. So audience, do you think someone like this deserves another chance? Or is the judge right to hold the line? Let us know in the comments.
Are you going to pick up a 5th case?
No, sir.
Well, I know you're going to say no. You said that the first 4 times. The only way I really get to know you is how you look on paper, because that tells me who you are. When you tell me something, for me now, it goes in one ear and it goes out the other, because I know you're going to tell me what I want to hear. It's little bunnies jumping in the woods, gumdrops and rainbows. But when you get out there, you turn into a different person.
Judge Boyd just hit him with hard truth and harder expectations. He paints a vivid picture: a defendant who, when in court, speaks in gumdrops and rainbows but turns into a risk to public safety once the courtroom doors close. That's not just poetic, that's the crux of this entire hearing. The judge isn't asking for miracles. He's asking for basic responsibility, and yet for chances later, the stakes keep climbing. Let's pause here. If you were in Judge Boyd's seat, would you take that risk again? Comment below yes or no would you release him.
And it's not fair to everybody else who complies and the potential danger to everyone. We're not asking for much. I'm just asking to be safe. Don't do anything. Think before you act. I've repeatedly told you that. So I get that you feel like, and you look but are we really supposed to keep doing this? So who is the first terroristic threat?
The first terroristic threat was brother.
Who's the second one?
Second one is a manager at a gym.
Here's what I would like to do. I would like to have him TRAS to see how we go forward, because I just don't know. A TRAS is an evaluation where we have clinicians talk to him and see. They ask him all kinds of questions about his life, about his history, any drug history, living situation. They ask, and they determine that, okay, this person may need treatment. This person may not need as intensive in treatment to where he can be on the outside and doing it. I don't know how to go forward.
Okay, now we're getting insight into the defendant's mindset, and it's fascinating. He says he wants to be an entrepreneur, that the traditional work path isn't for him. But here's the conflict. He also admits to procrastinating, having too much time, and repeatedly getting into legal trouble. This is where ambition meets accountability and they clash hard. Being a self-starter doesn't mean breaking laws until your startup takes off. Is this a misunderstood young man chasing independence or someone using a dream to dodge discipline?
But it scares me because I don't want him to pick up a fifth case. I don't know what he's doing in life. You know, did you graduate from high school?
Yes, sir.
How do I know that? You know, I mean, just, you're headed nowhere quick. And we don't want to see that. We don't want you to end up as a statistic. I mean, sure.
I've been trying very, very hard to get a startup in sales because I want to do sales. That's the best way for me to go without having a degree, because I didn't want to go to college. I wanted to be an entrepreneur, and so doing independent contractor work, it allows me to be able to make money, you know, on my own time, and then invest into what I want to invest into on the side. Because I don't believe that working a job for the rest of my life is a way for me to live my life. And I agree with you that I keep on catching cases, but it's not because I want to start trouble. It's just because I have too much time on my hands, and the things that I want to get started, I haven't gotten started yet because I procrastinate a lot. I know that I do that, but it's not because I can't control myself. I have a lot of self-control, and if you let me be free, it's
Terroristic
not.
threat says the otherwise. A terroristic threat says that when you get angry, you pop off and you have no self-control and you start throwing out threats, right? Without that says no self-control.
Well, I would say, Judge, on that one, just this is at a gym, but there was also a basketball game that had just happened. So it's important, and the reason why I brought up the evidence, because you know, there's two sides of the story. And so I just needed to verify.
I always, right.
Right.
There's
We
always
understand that.
two
I just want
sides.
him to know that, you know, we're advocating for him as well, that we are doing the investigation. And I worry that if he just signs to get out, that it puts him in a cyclical sort of situation, one, and two, that he's only doing it just because he doesn't want to get out. And that's why I'm addressing the bonds.
I'm not going to take it.
And that's why I was addressing the bonds, because, and this is not even a guarantee that father is going to pay the bonds. This is just to.
Let me ask you this. If we let you out, where are you going to go? Where do you have to go?
My mom, she'll let me stay back at the house. I know that if she doesn't let me stay at the house, then I'll find a place to stay. But
I'm not letting you out to the street. They'll eat you alive.
well, I was
The only
saying
way that I would even.
I have family on the outside.
But if they're not going to take you,
It's not
It's a
fair to
problem.
have me in jail because I had a place to stay and now I don't because I was in jail. Being in jail is not the place for me. The only way to elevate my life is
4 different chances, Mr. Jenkins.
I wasn't in jail before those chances. I've been in jail now, so I understand my consequences more. That's what jail is for, to learn your lesson.
You live across the country, or
Yeah, I've been living in Europe for the last 6 months. So I took an assignment in Europe.
who else? Is there anyone here that's willing to take Mr. Jenkins in?
Well, he's crossing the bridge with everyone in the family.
He's burned it. God dog it.
This was one of the most heartbreaking moments in court. His father, who literally flew in from Europe to help, can't take him in. And now, we learn the bridges to nearly every family member have been torched. This isn't just legal isolation, it's personal exile. The judge's reaction, genuine frustration, and the warning is chilling. When you act like an a-hole to everyone, this is why you don't. Here's where the courtroom turns emotional. No more legal jargon, just raw consequences. Who do you think failed more, him or his family? Comment with your take.
You know, it's never good to burn a bridge because you never know when you need to cross it. When you act like an a-hole to everybody and you shut everybody out, this is the exact example of why you don't do that. I would consider if you had a place to go, because I'm telling you now, I'm not letting you out to the street. If you have nowhere to go, then that's set
I find a place to go, but I can't find a place to go if I'm in jail. I have nobody to call in jail. Nobody answers my phone when I'm in jail. So if I stay in jail, that's gonna be my life forever. It's gonna be a kid that had a chance in life to a kid that has a life in jail now because of a few mistakes that I know not to make anymore.
Let this be a lesson.
If I'm able to go through the MAC judge and find some kind of social program, and work that way and provide evidence to the court that they can house him.
My parents will help me find a homeless shelter. They'll help me find a homeless shelter to stay at. Like they did that before.
I just don't want to be in.
Really?
He burned every bridge. He has I have 6 boys, and he's number 5. His auntie, his grandmother, and he shoots everybody's bad. So
I've stayed in a homeless shelter before, and I've done well in a homeless shelter. I was able to take care of myself and function into homeless shelter, and they helped me. They helped me find a homeless shelter, so I can find a place to live. But if I'm in jail, my life gets worse. And
I know you're desperate to get out, but I don't understand what could have been so bad that you burned so many bridges with damn near everybody in your family. What the hell happened, man?
I started.
You know,
just reflect on that. Don't answer.
I mean,
evaluation would be great. He was evaluated before, and he was medicated, but he refused to take his medication.
That's big. You know, the problem is, Mr. Jenkins, is that we get a lot of people here that they're supposed to take medication, right? And they start to take it, and things go great. The problem is that things do go great when you take your medication. And a lot of people say, you know what? I don't need this anymore. I'm doing great. And when they stop taking it, everything turns right back into scheisse. You know, that's the problem when you're taking your medication.
This moment is massive. The judge cracks open a door. Many avoid mental health compliance. The defendant was on medication, but stopped because it made him drowsy. The problem, that's when everything unraveled. Legal tip, non-compliance with mental health treatment can heavily impact release decisions. It's not about punishment, it's about public safety and personal stability. The judge sees the cycle clearly. So, viewers, should courts be stricter on medication enforcement? As part of release terms, drop your opinion below. This is a real-world dilemma courts face daily.
Things go great. You must continue to take it.
Can I say something? The medication.
Not talk about the cases.
I know, I'm talking about the medications. The medications, they were making me drowsy. So I was in process of getting on new medications that were uppers and not downers because at the time I didn't have a car. So I was going through a lot more stress. It was the same position I'm gonna be in now. So I know that's not a good argument, but finding a medication that has me up instead of down so that I can function and find a job and make money, because really it's not but my life is bad and I'm going through what I'm going through because I'm not where I want to be in life. I don't have any money and I can't take care of myself because of that. So that causes a lot of mental illness. That's what you can call it, mental illness, but it's really just going through life and having stress going through life. That's the problem I'm dealing with, not having any money. So once I have money, you'll see a completely change. It'll be like I'm on the best medication ever once I have money.
Do you think that me just letting you out, poof, you're gonna get money?
I'm not saying that, but I can show you by going to the therapies and the classes that I'm doing better, and then I'm trying to elevate my life to a point where I can take care of myself and I don't have to depend on anybody in my family. And then you'll see that poof change once I'm in a position where I can take care of myself. I can promise you that you'll see that poof change as soon as I can take care of myself because I have money now.
We'll do an assessment for Monday.
Great. I'd like to do a TRAS to see how we go forward because I don't know. But I'm going to tell you now, I'm not letting you just out to the street. So do you mind?
I will research through the program.
No. But also perhaps if you can try to make a good faith effort to reach out to the family, see if anyone, I'm happy to talk to them too, to try to help convince, to see if they'll.
We speak extensively, but yes, sir.
So we're talking to have him sit the Job Corps. So there's a Job Corps at St. Marcus that he qualifies for because he doesn't have a felony. So he can go to Job Corps, learn a trade, and stay up there if he's willing to do that.
Problem is he going to do it?
Right.
Yes, sir. I will do it though. I'm very.
If you're in jail, everybody will say anything just to get out of jail. And then when you get out there, though, what's really going to happen?
I don't have a car, so I need to find a way to this appointment. So any job right now is a good opportunity for me because I have to save up to get a car to take care of myself.
Mr. Jenkins, where is Job Corps? Is it just in San Marcos? There's nothing here?
Some other ones. That's the closest one.
Because what I'm thinking is that we could probably do something to try to resolve these cases and perhaps make that a condition that he does Job Corps.
Is it possible that the court could order that as a, well, I'll discuss it whenever we.
Right. I would say that we do it as part of perhaps some kind of global agreement where, you know, first have him TRAS'd, let's see what they say, and then perhaps we make it a condition that he does Job Corps. If it's in San Marcos, I have an issue because I don't know how we can supervise it, right? But if there's something here, that would be great.
I'll just lay
There's something closer.
Referred, the only time they fall once, so you get TRX.
You try
Last
that.
week, not a cluster.
First have him TRAS'd,
Sure.
see what they say. Come back on Monday or probably what, Tuesday or Wednesday, because we got to give it a couple days.
You need a drug test too? A drug test?
He'll be clean now. He's been in custody.
However, Mr. Jenkins was asking me about a time served. And so he has 2 months of credit since he's been in, I guess, totaling the previous attorney that was on the case and then my time with him. And then.
Time served just to get out, right?
But time
Yes or
served
no?
because
Yes or no?
Just to get out. Just to get out.
I don't just want to get out. I feel like I learned my lesson. When I committed the crime at first, I didn't know that I would be charged with anything. I didn't know that I would be sitting in jail, but now I know that I have consequences for my actions. I can go about my life differently. I feel like I learned my lesson.
So why not probation? Probation if you complete it.
Because I feel
Yeah.
like
Well, I
Deferred is a type of probation that if you complete it, you don't have a conviction.
because I feel like probation, you're not really free. A lot of people go on probation and they're back in jail because
The only reason they would be in jail is because they don't comply. We don't put people in jail for shits and giggles, man. It's, you have rules that you have to follow. When you follow rules, when you follow the rules and when you do what you're supposed to do, good things happen. And the good thing with you is if you complete it and they end up not as convictions, you may be able to seal it in the future so that no one sees it. Well, the general public at least, you know, but you just pleading guilty, you will now end up with a third conviction. And they're dangerous convictions, right? They're terroristic threats. What do you think future employers, people who want to give you a job, people who want you to stay at a shelter, they're not going to let you stay with these kind of priors, man. You know, every time you pick up a case, it's going to hurt you in a certain way. It may not be now. It may not be tomorrow. It may be in 2 years when you least expect it and when you really need whatever you're trying to do.
the reason I want to get time served is because I don't believe I'll be picking up another case. I know how to not pick up case. I know how to not break the law.
If I were to let you out today, would you do the deferred?
I would, but I'm asking to have a
Have
different
the same
option.
thing. If I give you the deferred today, I'm going to let you out. If you take the time served, you will also get out.
Yes.
Either way, you will get out today.
Okay. If I had a decision between the two, I would take time served.
You wouldn't want the probation to try to keep it off your record?
No, sir.
Your Honor, I think I didn't hear. We have all that time served.
Huh?
We have all that time served.
He's probably got enough back time regardless. So, how much back time does he got? Please.
He has 69 days, or Blake Jenkins.
Boom.
Yeah.
Yeah, 69.
Being short-sighted and not considering your future can really hurt you, Mr.
I am
Jenkins.
considering my
Let me
future.
finish, brother. Please, Judge.
I am considering my future. I know exactly what I'm gonna do when I get out. I have a whole entire plan. I already told you that I want to do solar sales, and to get a job in solar sales, I'm pretty sure that these convictions won't hurt my chances of getting on a team. So that's why I'm not too worried about the convictions. And I know that I'm not gonna pick up any more convictions.
I'm okay offering him the deferred and letting him out.
I know.
Giving him a PR bond so he can try to complete the deferreds. I'm okay giving you a PR bond today to give you the chance to finish or try to do this probation to keep it off your record. I will
But not
give
time
it
served.
either way. If you want the time served, you can have it. It's on you. But once you get that conviction, there's no turning back.
I understand. And then I'll be let out today if I do the time served.
I'm going to let you out either way. But I'm telling you, it's a bad idea to do the time served. And I think that it's a better idea for you to do the deferred adjudication, probation, to try to keep it off your record.
I'd rather do the time served, sir.
Wait, what? After all that talk about changing his life, this man chooses time served over probation that wipes the conviction clean. Let's unpack this. He's being offered a golden opportunity, a deferred adjudication that, if completed, could eventually seal his record. No public trace. But instead, he chooses the path that gives him a permanent felony conviction. That decision will echo through job interviews, housing applications, and any shot at rebuilding. Why do you think he refused probation? Pride, fear of accountability, or a deeper self-sabotage at play? Comment your theory below.
Okay?
I mean, there,
You can lead a horse to water, but you can't force him to drink, as the saying goes.
just for the record, Judge, the reason why I said it's a deferred, because the probation was interpreted as one way for him. I told him about the deferred, we called it supervision, in order to get his record potentially sealed and potential benefits that could happen with that, perhaps an early termination if he was going along a great path and following whatever had been recommended to him by the TRES. Talking about his future and everything associated with having now 2 convictions on his record if he takes the time served, what that implicates and everything like that. So we had that discussion, but I just wanted to reiterate, he wanted to ask
With the people in the terroristic threats, were they just random people?
Your Honor.
Say it again?
He was at a gym.
At a gym. Okay, so both are just random.
The first terroristic threat was any member of his brother. So it's a class A. Second one.
Which one are you dismissing
Class A.
against the household?
It's not.
You need to understand that if you continue with the same course of conduct within a certain amount of time, they can also hit you with a felony. You could potentially be looking at 2 to 10 in the penitentiary. So I will do whatever you want to do, Mr. Jenkins. If you want to do the probation, which I think what you should do to try to keep it off your record, I'll take off all the fees. You won't owe any money. Is it 2 classes?
Yes, sir.
Just 2 classes? And that's it.
For a year?
I'll take you off early. You know, if you do well, after some time, show me that you're not using any dope or alcohol, I'll take you off early.
Time served.
Okay? I don't agree with what you're doing today, but far be it for me to really tell you what to do. The only other thing that I'm going to try to counsel you on is it really, really sucks that you have somehow alienated everyone that cares for you in your life. Your father, you know, when he was here the other day, you know, there was no one that was willing to take you in. That really sucks. If I were you, I would try to do anything and everything possible to try to mend those relationships, because on your own, at your age, with no education, no job, no money, there's only so far you can get in life. That's why you have parents. That's why you have family to kind of help you out when you're down. But when you alienate them by continually doing things to mess up the relationship, it's not good. When you get out, try to mend those relationships so that they can somehow be back in your life and use them as a positive, you know, role model, or try to get some help. Tell them that you need help so that they will help you or somehow, but mend that relationship, because it's going to kill you. The last thing we want to see is you going out there becoming so desperate you do something that lands you with a felony, or you're looking at 25 to life. You know, really, life's too short to spend. You now stand charged with 2 counts of terroristic threat. The agreement that you have worked out is they're going to dismiss one of those terroristic threats in exchange for your plea on the other one. The agreement is 180 days in jail, credit for the 71 days that you, 69, right?
One case was 71, the other one was 69.
Do you want me to put, is this against the advice of counsel, or what do you think?
Well, Judge, I just wanted to put that we had, I mean, I can suggest, I told him how this would, one thing I did want to put, for you to explain to him is this cannot be expunged off his record. He had a question about that. I told him it could not be.
I've been continually telling you, when you plead guilty, it goes on your record and it will be a conviction for life. You can never take this off. You can never buyer's remorse saying, hey, you know what, I want to return this because I don't like it. It's not target. You sure you want to do this?
Sorry. And yeah, it was against our recommendation.
I am willing to let you out today to do the probation, to keep it off your record. No.
Right.
You're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to test on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal once you accept this agreement. There's no turning around and fighting this. You also need to understand that from now on, any new cases that you pick up, you're facing a minimum of 90 days in jail. Also, you have no one in this life that is going to bond you out. So when you get out there, if you make a boneheaded decision, you will be stuck like Chuck, like you see now. So make good decisions. If you want anything, come back. I have Shatori here, who's amazing that we can get you resources, place to stay, food to eat, a tablet, a cell phone. If you want something, come back and we can help you out. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Good luck. Or how do you plead, Mr. Jenkins? Guilty or not guilty? I'm going to find you guilty. I'm going to follow the agreement. Good luck to you, sir.
And that's where it ends. Despite having every chance to keep a felony off his record, Mr. Jenkins chose time served. The courtroom gave him options. His father traveled across the globe. Programs were offered, yet he walked out with another conviction and no safety net. Judge Fleischer warning couldn't have been clearer. Next time, he won't be so lucky. This case is a masterclass in how choices compound and how bridges burned can leave you stranded. If you found this case as shocking as we did, smash that like button, drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more jaw-dropping courtroom breakdowns. We bring you real cases, real stakes, and the raw moments most people miss.